Well, the UND nickname saga is one step closer to being over this past weekend. The nickname list got whittled down from 5 to 3. Here are the final 3 nicknames that are still in play. As you can see here that the Fighting Hawks came out on top with roughly 31% of the vote, along with Rough Riders and Nodaks coming in second and third. Now, there's going to be another vote the week of November 2nd, kind of a runoff vote, if you will, because none of the choices broke the 50% mark. It's pretty fascinating when you look at what's happened with all the passion regarding this topic. There were supposedly like 82,000 people that could vote. There was only roughly 22,000 votes cast, like 27% of the vote turnout, which was stunning to me considering how passionate people have been about this situation. So with us tonight, the former head of the UND Task Force Nickname Committee, also 2000 NCAA champion with the UND hockey team as a goalie, Carl Gehring. Carl, thanks so much for joining us, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
So your thought, I mean, you know how passionate this thing has been. Your thoughts on only 27% of the voters actually placing a vote?
You know, there is a lot of passion out there. Obviously, you hope for as large a number as you can get. Again, you can't speak for each individual on why they did or did not vote, but it kind of is what it is at this point. You hope for a bigger number, but certainly a good turnout still nonetheless.
Do you think any of it has to do with the fact that obviously we all saw where North Dakota was as a name publicly when you had online votes? That one dominated as far as where people thought, hey, this is the one that we want. Yet it felt oftentimes like the public wasn't being listened to. Do you think people just got to the point like, what's the point for me casting a vote? They're not going to listen to what I have to say anyways.
You know, I think that was it for a few people. I certainly had that communicated to me a little bit. Again, certainly can't speak for every individual, but I know had more than one person mention that might be part of it, and they might not choose to vote, and that's their prerogative to do as they see fit.
So we know about the situation where some people are talking about potential copyright lawsuits, especially with Rough Riders. I mean, you got the Grand Forks Rough Riders right there. Is there a way around that, or what do you see happening here as far as any legal issues?
You know, the UND legal counsel spoke to our group and said that it would be a possibility still to use Rough Riders despite the copyright issues. Said it would just be a negotiation between the current copyright owner and the university if that name was to win. So who knows how that negotiation might turn out, but certainly said that it would still be usable for the university.
I think it's the former mayor of Bismarck who might have some of these copyrights. I don't know if he's too willing to negotiate, but when you look at these final 3, and again, I know you can't speak for everybody, but where do you see this thing going from here?
You know, obviously Fighting Hawks had a big lead there. I do hope it's clear. I know it's been mentioned a few times, but there was a Fighting Hawk logo that somebody had posted, whether it was either Facebook or Twitter, kind of with the Indian head feathers on the hawk. And I just want to make sure it's clear that people know that that logo will not be used by the university. It would not be allowed. So. But that being said, I really don't know. It'll be interesting to see the people who voted for North Stars and for Sundogs to see if they continue to vote and where they'll move their vote to for the next one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so if none of these things end up, I mean, if it breaks down a third, are they going to have another vote, or what do they do from there?
I think, you know, again, only President Kelly kind of knows the answers from here, but I think any winner at this point, despite how close it is going to be the nickname. That's my understanding of it, but only the university can clarify that at this point.
Wow. You know, when you look at this whole, and I'm going to call it kind of a soap opera, if you don't mind. You know, you're obviously a former player, but I don't know if that's the appropriate term. That's what I'm going to use tonight. When you look at this whole situation, once this thing is done, is there going to be almost a sense of relief for you as a former player or not?
You know, I guess my part has been done for a little bit now. I guess long term, I'm kind of just hopeful that, you know, we saw a lot of emotions on both sides of the fence. And I'm really hopeful that people can embrace university athletics, whatever they support, irregardless of what has happened and what happens going forward. You know, certainly may have not been perfect, but you know, the big thing is the support for the university is what hopefully people will focus on. But again, I certainly understand that there's a lot of different opinions and a lot of emotions with the issue.
Last question for you. This might be the toughest one of the night. So if you want to say incomplete or pass, you can. But in all sincerity, I think there's been a lot of people upset about the way President Kelly has handled the situation. Since we're talking about UND and school, how would you grade the way he's handled this? A, B, C, D, E, or F?
You know, I'm going to take a pass on that one. But just with the issue itself, I mean, I think it's just, it's such a challenging thing. If you look at how passionate our fans are, which is what makes UND so great, and especially I'm speaking for the hockey program, obviously, it's just understandable that the issue has caused so much emotion for the people, and hopefully again that people can focus on the university, focus on the athletic programs they like, and go forward at some point. But just really a difficult task.
It is. Carl Garion, thank you very much. I appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right. Stay with us. Much more coming up right here on 630 Point of View.